Hi out there, Horizon Academy parents. Some of you kids, no, it's not Miss Di. Don't start crying. She will be on shortly. And no, you don't have the wrong channel. We are on Horizon Academy, and we are going to go live with Miss Di and Miss Vicky to talk about Horizon 2021 school year, about Horizon Goes Online. I am just going to be monitoring and bringing them in and helping make sure they don't miss any of your comments or questions. So you can consider me your monitor today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christy. I am a Horizon parent. I was a volunteer swim teacher this year for those of your kids who took swimming. I taught them. They're still alive, so it was good. And if you do know me, you know I am as bummed as most of you that we were not doing in-person school. I think when I saw ministers say, no, sorry, we couldn't. I don't know who wanted to cry more, Mateo or me, because we were both very excited. He actually wore his school bag all day Saturday. So like you, I'm very excited to find out exactly what Horizon Online means. Hopefully they'll be able to answer some questions and tell us more about what to expect in the school year, because it's happening, guys. School's just about here. It's just going to be a little different than we thought. So for now, let me welcome Miss Di, principal of Horizon Academy.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Hey guys. I think Christy said it very well when she said that we're really sorry. We are so bummed. We are sad. We were looking forward to this. You know, the start of the school year is always so exciting for teachers. And I know the ads, they're going back, ads with the happy parents who are shopping, you know, doing the back to school thing. I know what that's like as a parent. And I know that for the teachers, it's really such a happy time. We invest so much energy and time into getting ready for the kids because that's what we love. It's a really busy time for us, but we really enjoy it. So this year, everything about getting ready for this year was so different, you know? So what we want to be able to do this evening is talk to you a little bit about the plans and about the adapted plans and then the adapted again plans, where we are right now, what we're envisioning, how we envision starting, right? And we decided to do this because over the course of the past few days, I've had the same conversation with several of you. And I know that the concerns are similar, and I get that. So I said the other day, I said, you know, I could almost record this because I know what everybody's gonna say to me, and I get it. You know, you're right, and a lot of it is stuff that we feel also. You know, so I guess if I could get right into it.
Oh, wait, no, we gotta introduce Vicky.
Sorry.
Come on. I don't want to say something though. That every day I've called you and you're adjusting your plans a little bit. It makes me remember our grandpa, because he always had a backup for the backup.
That's right. You need a spare for the spare. That's
but
right.
Before you guys get started, let's bring in Teacher Vicky. Hi there.
Hi, everybody.
Anymore. That's one of the big changes this year, right?
Yeah, it is.
You are now VP Vicky.
She's not just Teacher Vicky anymore.
I'm still Teacher Vicky.
Vicky.
VP has two meanings now.
The VP has two meanings.
And
Congratulations. I'm not sure what, but good luck to you. What a year to take on more responsibility.
Yep. Thanks for doing this year, Miss Di.
No, really, thank you.
Okay.
Really.
I'm gonna sign off for now. I'll be on the side, but I'll let you guys take over, and you guys can hit it and explain to us all who are very confused and very anxious exactly what Horizon Goes Online means. Okay.
All right.
See you guys in a minute.
Thanks, Chris. So yeah, this is it. We did have a plan that was a pretty cool plan, we thought, that would blend face-to-face learning with online learning. The idea was that our students would have face-to-face interaction with the teachers 5 times a week, every day. Every day the kids would be here. Every day we'd get to see each other. We'd get to interact. It would be for a shorter time every day, but still, we would get 5 days a week face-to-face interaction. Yeah. Time to, do what my grandpa says and,
Get the spare.
Get the spare. Because COVID-19, as we have all learned, operates on its own timeline. And so we need to make sure, as always, that the safety of our community comes first. And if it's not safe right now for us to be together face to face, then enter plan B, C, somewhere along the line. So what we're planning right now is that, yes, we will begin fully online for everyone. Okay. There was a point a few days ago when we thought that we'll do face-to-face, and we got permission to offer online for those who want it, because some parents were saying, well, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not sure if I want to send my child to school. Can I just choose to do online? So we did send you an email and we said, let us know if you're interested in doing fully online. And some parents right away were like, yes, this is exactly what I was waiting for. I was hoping you'd say this. Before we even got to digest everything and look at that list, things changed again. And so that's why, as it stands right now, our plan is for everyone to go online. The entire school will start fully online. Okay? So that's the important thing. That's the first important thing for us to explain right now, is that as it stands right now, we have permission from the ministry to begin on Monday, August 17th, a week from today, fully online. All right? Yeah, even the babies. So as we go through this evening, this little bit of time that we have together, Ms. Vicky and I will kind of try to touch on what online means, because this is something else that's important for me to explain. And that is, when we closed in March, that soft closure was something that none of us anticipated would turn out the way it was. When we started working on, that plan, we thought we need to close, it would be safer. We thought, this would be 2 weeks, and then we have 2 weeks of Easter, and then we'll be back. And that didn't happen. So the plan that we used worked to a different extent, really, at different classes. For some groups, it worked really well. For others, it was not the best, but it still served a purpose. I've been grateful because several of the parents have expressed to us the understanding that we did what we had to do and that it worked for the time being, that we were able to continue the process of learning and that there was some level of engagement between students and teachers. That's not enough. There's no way that is a sustainable plan for the full school and for an unforeseeable future. So what we're looking at doing right now, and we started, now it's been several weeks into it, we started setting up our own Horizon Academy platform. We've been revamping our entire website. So you will go to horizonacademy.edu.bz. You will sign in through there. As a student, parents, you will sign in using your student's logon, and that's how you're going to get to the portal, right? And what that will lead you to is basically the makings of an entire virtual campus for our school, right? So I don't know, Ms. Vic, are you okay? Would you share with them a little bit of what teachers can do on this portal so that they can understand?
Sure, Ms. Dai. I'd just like to echo the sentiment about the excitement of school being about to start and everybody having a part to play, and everybody was in gear to play that part. So the planning never stopped. We were ready to open school, and all we're doing now is shifting to opening in a different way. So this teachers will be able to put what they already had in place in terms of planning for curriculum and for a lesson execution, but we're going to be doing it online. So teachers will be able to use this platform to communicate, one, with you, the parent, with the students. You guys will all be a part of your own classroom grouping. So you'll be able to talk one-on-one with the teacher through messaging. You'll be able to do live Zoom classes through that platform, as well as see lessons posted up. So you'll be able to get your notes through the platform. You'll be able to get all the necessary materials that go with the lesson through the platform. But most importantly, you will still be able to see your teacher on a regular basis through this platform. So teachers will be doing what they usually do from the classroom, but they'll be doing it a little bit differently through the virtual classroom setting, right?
Yeah, that's correct. What's important for you to understand is that we are doing our best to make sure that we are going to have opportunities for interaction. Just the same way we recognize that we've missed our students, we're hearing from parents that the students have missed being in the classroom, right? And so that's something that we want to try to see how we can still make it work, that we're together even though we're not physically together. So that's why when you log in, you're going to be able to join your class. You will all be together online. The schedule will run the way that the schedule would have run if you were at school. So the schedule will go out when school starts, and in this case, it'll have to go out before so that parents will, have advance notice, right? So that you will know on Mondays at 1:30, if you're in standard 5, you have math, for example. And so you know that you'll be able on Monday at 1:30, you need to sign in because you'll have a math class, right? That's the focus, is that we want to be able to offer these classes live or offer the opportunities for the teachers to interact with the students every single day. This is going to be much more than just I'm putting work in a folder for you, because the students will need more. The first 2 weeks of the year, we're already being planned for what's called learning recovery in this case. And we recognize that whether we are face-to-face or we are virtual, learning recovery is going to be an important part of what's happening. So we're going to need to spend some time on orientation, getting to know you. That's something that we do anyway. That's something that every teacher does at the start of the year. You have your little games, your icebreakers, you learn about one another, and we'll do that just virtually. Right?
So the students can still expect to feel like they are part of a classroom.
That's right.
They're
Exactly.
still being able to interact with their classmates, and they're still going to be able to interact with their teacher.
Right. You'll see your teacher, you'll see your friends. You will need to sign on to a device for that, right? Parents, over the course of tomorrow and Wednesday, you're going to be getting 2 Google Forms. That will be very important for you to fill out for us. The first one will have to do with online readiness. We're going to ask you a few questions, not long questions. It's not going to take you a very long time. It's just a matter of us getting our data together as we start off this year. The second form is going to be about books, because we know where we are with the books that we're responsible for. But there are some books, especially with the lower division, that we had asked the parents to get. So we're going to touch base with you to see, were you able to find them? We know that there have been issues with shipments, containers not being unloaded, all different kinds of things happening. So we're just going to ask for your feedback on those 2 main areas. And then that will help us to make some more determinations as we move forward with the planning and the preparation, right? But yes, you're going to see your friends and you're going to see your teachers every day. The new school day will be set up so that there will be 4 sessions happening every day. So no matter what class you're in, you will have 4 sessions. There will be a different approach to the lower division and to the special ed students than there will be for the middle upper. Ms. Vic, if you talk about middle upper first, and I can talk about lower and special ed.
Sure. Okay, so for the middle upper division, we're looking at still trying to prepare the students for when and hopefully face-to-face begins, when we can have that blended learning with face-to-face and online. So we're looking at keeping our intended schedule. So in the afternoons, the students would sign on at 1 and have their 4 scheduled sessions that they would have had if school had started face-to-face today, August 10th, right? So they would sign on, for example, if it's 1, they sign on for math, if that's what they would have had today, Monday, 1 o'clock. That's what they will have with their teacher, who is their math teacher, and then they move on from there. So they would still have their regular schedule for the afternoon that would be preparing them for when they come back face to face.
Right. The lower division will be a little different because we recognize that the lower division is least likely to, they can't sign on for themselves, right? They need grown-up support there. They need parent help. They need someone to be there with them. So we are adapting the schedule so that they will still have live lessons. So, for example, you'll definitely have every day at 8:15, for example, there will be a reading lesson or circle time if your child is in kindergarten, for example. There'll be a schedule. So you will know how to plan. You will be able to prepare for that. And then yes.
I have a question. So the kids will sign on, the lower division is gonna sign on every day to see the teacher and be able to talk to them.
Yes.
She's gonna dress up like Barney or anything. Yes, you're gonna have to be really creative.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to we'll see what can we do with the teachers so to let them have dress up days or something, right? But yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, that's what we're asking here. Is there gonna be video for kids?
Yes, there will be videos. So some of them will be like the teacher teaching, right? Some of them will be pre-recorded videos, and even the live lessons will be recorded. So let's say, for example, a parent has to work. So the babysitter is at home with the child who is in infant 1, for example, right? The teacher does the lesson, and then there's a page in the spelling book, for example, and the parent is like, okay, wait, but I don't get it. The parent can always go back and watch the lesson again, right? So that it can be
start the day with the teacher teaching them how to make up their bed and clean up their room.
Hey, I get carried away. I will tell you though that Miss Elia has a plan for the special ed students, and there is a portion of the plan that includes special lessons on life skills, things like making your bed and stuff like that. At this point, we haven't spoken about introducing those skills into the regular curriculum. Miss Vicky, if we need more work.
My kid won't complain as much if he sees teacher Elia brushing her teeth while he's supposed to be brushing his.
But yeah, Miss Elia does have that included, because with the special ed students, the teachers the support teachers will have their different levels, right? So there will be some adapted lessons for the accommodations, the differentiation. Those students who would have had pull-out sessions during the day will have one-on-one or small group Zoom sessions. So Miss Elia, for example, may have a Zoom where she would have had, say, a reading class with 3 students. She'll have a Zoom class with those same 3 students, right?
The question here, should the students have a webcam on? I think that's a good question.
Yes.
They should be able to see the teacher, but does the teacher have to see them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Will?
It's a classroom, so we want to be able.
Well, we do need them to
Dress appropriately.
dress appropriately. So we can't have half-naked boys coming in front of the camera and saying I'm in school, because no, right? There's still, and that's one of the things that we've really had to do a lot with, is preparing policies and procedures for online learning. And we did have to talk about the fact that the webcams need to be on, because the teacher needs to see you just like you need to see the teacher. The platform has these cute little features. Well, I call them cute. I don't know if the kids will think they're cute, where if a video is on, for example, and there's no interaction, there's no movement, it prompts you and it says, are you still there? And there's different things, right, Vicky? Like you can't move to a certain point if you haven't done a certain thing.
Yeah, so you should be following with. And I mean, with the webcam and everything, we're trying to create the classroom experience. We want to be able to see each other, want to be able to interact, right?
And I just want to add here, we're not wearing our masks right now because we're at home.
We're all separate.
And we're each alone.
And we're alone right now, so we're not wearing our masks. So, and we are pushing, wear your mask, wash your hands, watch your distance.
Yes.
So is the mask going to be part of the uniform, or is this going to be because they're at home, they'll be okay not to have to wear their mask?
I don't think that they would need to wear their mask while they're on, because it would also be a little bit more difficult, I think, for teachers to hear them as they speak, right? But we will have to, and this is part of what the teachers would do during those first days with orientation, talk to them about classroom etiquette, because there's online etiquette which would still need to be observed. It's funny, but these are the things that they'll learn.
We have another question. Will the teachers be physically at school?
Right now, today we had several Zoom sessions today. The HODs and I, Miss Vicky and I, we worked at school. Heck, we're still at school. And we were in a room where we were literally at 4 different corners. We wore our masks while we were together all day. As long as the teachers are able to, as long as it is not, we do have a few who, for example, use public transportation. And so they're nervous right now about catching the bus. So as long as the teachers are able to travel to school, the school will be open for them for the teachers to come to record their lessons, to deliver. And because what we thought is that it might help everyone. Not every teacher has a place at home where they can board, where they can, as they're learning. So we are opening the spaces. We're making sure the rooms are ready. So as long as the teachers are able to, and as long as they're they're comfortable with it, they can come to school. And we're inviting them to come to school, to use the campus, use the classrooms to deliver their lessons.
So here's the what if. I'm wondering your backup for your backup. So what if we do go into a shutdown and the teachers are not allowed to travel to school? Will that affect Horizon goes online?
Well, we're working right now on the backups for the backups, right? Any teacher who did not have a suitable laptop or a device, our chairman, our board is helping with sourcing. We're getting financing so that all the laptops aren't here yet, but they have been ordered so that they will be able to have an appropriate device that they can use, not just to get onto the internet, but also to record, to make the videos, do whatever it is they would need to do. We've started the work of looking at where the teachers all get internet at home, so that we can make sure, as it, if right now, if there's a shutdown this minute, we know that we have one teacher who is absolutely computerless. She is the most extreme case. Everyone else has, from those who order, they've got something that is hanging on, even if it's hanging on by a thread. All the teachers have internet. There's one who is not the same one, a different teacher, but her internet situation is hardest, right? She's not able, she doesn't have internet at home right now. So what we're trying to see is, can we do something to help those two teachers, that in the event that this is faster, they're okay for right now.
So just to clarify, if we do go into a full shutdown, the majority of your teachers, with the exception of 2, are able to go online tomorrow if we had to. The other 2, we are working to get them to the point where if we shut down in a couple days, they should be able to have internet on their laptop and everything.
That is correct.
We are making sure that Horizon goes online, whether there's a shutdown or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're also working on training them. So training to use the platform. They had homework over the weekend. They're continuing like through today. They've been doing small group sessions, and they've been given practice. They have another assignment for tomorrow, because we realize that the more they use the platform, the more comfortable they will become with it.
We're getting more questions coming in. What is the specs the students must have for device? Can you answer that?
Really, all they need right now, they can use a tablet or a computer, whether it's a laptop or a desktop computer. There's no special requirement. I'll be honest that the way the platform iPad can work,
as long as they can get on the
as long as
internet.
they can get online.
Internet, they have the mic and it's mic and camera ready, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they'll need the mic and the camera, but most tablets come with that. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Do the kids need a laptop or a desktop for lessons so they can, or can they use
Tablets,
tablets?
They can use
tablets are fine.
Okay. What about parents who don't have laptops and or internet? What about the students in area where internet has not penetrated? I think that's what you were talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with the survey. The survey, the form that we did a few months ago, when we started looking at all of this, showed us that we had that everyone that we were talking to, all the parents who completed the survey, told us that they had capacity to do online learning, right? So we're going to do another survey just to recap, to make sure, the same way we did it with the teachers, to say, all right, is there anybody who at this point doesn't have a device? Is there anybody who doesn't have internet? That's why we will repeat that survey. Like I said, probably tomorrow you'll get that, so that we can then see if there's anyone else that we need to work with. But the data that we have from a few months ago, when we started looking at our possibilities, shows that all the parents who responded to that survey had internet and had devices that the students could use.
Okay, we have some more really good questions coming in. I like this one. Will you have training for parents as well?
Yes, we're working on tutorials.
Tutorials.
Yes, definitely. So that first week when we're working on the settling in and the training, yes. As it is, I mean, even as we're working with the teachers are getting their mini tutorial videos. And today, right, Miss Vicky, we had 2 sessions today. And, like somebody said, man, that video really helped me today, because when I got stuck, I went back and I checked. So, yes.
So the first week of school, we're going to have icebreakers and stuff to get the kids comfortable with online. And we'll have tutorials and so forth.
Yes.
Good, I like that. All right. I think it's a similar question here. Does the platform have a built-in tutorial for parents, which is what you guys are working on? And the other question, can the platform run on cell phones as well?
It can. That was one of the things that we talked about early on, because we realized that the cell phone is the most common device, right? And so the parent, because actually this platform is being built by a Horizon parent, so she said she has a what's the word, like she has extra motivation to make sure that this works really well, right? But she did make that clear for us that it would be something that even on a cell phone that you would be able to sign into. I think it would be a little bit more difficult for the kids to use a cell phone on a regular basis, just because the screen is smaller, you know, it's smaller to type. So that's why we've been saying we prefer if they can use the tablet or the laptop. But if you're in a pinch and you need to just log on, watch a video, whatever, yes, you can do it on a cell phone.
Okay, we have some more here. When will parents receive student login info?
That will be closer to the start date. Okay,
And
when
what is the start date? What are we looking at?
the 17th, a week from today. Okay,
Still
so
on schedule for the 17th.
right now we're on schedule for the 17th, until and unless we're told otherwise, right? We're working. I'll be honest, right now we are getting constant feedback. We get people, we're getting people asking, can they join fully online from other areas of the country? And then sorry?
And if I am living in Punta Gorda right now and I'm seeing, wait, this is the school that's going online and I can do it, can I sign up for Horizon Academy and go online for this school year? Yes. Yes. So you don't have to live in the city. You don't have to be a previous Horizon Academy student. You can still register and join online for the school year 2020-2021.
That is correct.
So as you just have to live in the country of Belize and you can join Horizon Academy.
Right.
Okay.
So our class lists are being finalized because, like I said, we still have a lot of, there's still shifting happening, right? So.
Okay. We have some more questions coming in. Can you kindly expand on the special ed student classes?
All right. So the special ed students will first be able to benefit from all the classes that their classmates will be taking. All right. So they will hear a regular math class or participate in a regular math class or regular reading class. The students who are part of our special ed program have different needs at different levels, right? They're not just like all of us. They're not all the same. So if you have someone who needs a modified lesson, okay, a differentiated lesson for some reason, maybe there's a little bit below or a little bit above the level in that particular subject. That lesson modification will be done between the teacher, the classroom teacher, and the support teacher, whether it's Miss Elia or Miss Tanya or whoever. So that will happen. There will be lesson modification or accommodations for those who need it. There will also be pull-out sessions, virtual pull-out sessions. That would be like the special Zoom session for those students who need it, right?
If my child, for example, used to have a one-on-one pull-out for this subject, he would probably have a video.
They don't have a one-on-one Zoom session, right? That would need to be scheduled separately by the support teacher who would do that. So again, I use Miss Elia for an example. If Miss Elia used to take these 3 students who may even be in 3 different classes, but they have the same reading needs, right? And she pulls them together for a reading class. She would then say, okay, your scheduled reading class is, and it would be a different time when they would have that. And then the third thing is for those students who need IEPs, IEP meetings will be scheduled, so they'll be held virtually. During that first week, the parents whose students need IEPs will be contacted, so they'll know, and the meetings will be held virtually, and then the plans will be able to be put in place, and again they'll have to continue virtually. It's really not a one size fits all because every child is different, you know. But
You guys are prepared to meet
yes,
each child's
And
different.
remember, the platform actually has a special ed corner as well, right?
thank you. Yes, Miss Vicky. The special ed corner, like it's literally called special ed corner on the platform. And so if you have a special ed student, you can,
Is that so? Is that like the special ed room that you had?
yeah,
That was
exactly.
Mateo's room. So should it be called Mateo's Corner?
No, it doesn't need to be called Mateo's corner because Mateo will have competition, right? But in
Oh,
the special ed
oh, that should be his corner.
in the special ed corner, there's also like tips. There's
Different resources, that you can
resources,
use,
yes, different
activities,
activities.
articles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And in that vein, I do have to put in a plug that we will be doing a parent training on IEPs on August 18th. For those of you parents who deal with IEPs, Ms. Elia will be a part, Ms. Dai will be a part of that training for Autism Belize. So you'll be able to register ahead of time and join us for just a specific IEP training. I just had to put in my plug. Okay, we have more questions. I think this one was asked before. Will they be using a uniform? Yes.
Um, we didn't specifically say that they have to use their full uniform. We did say that they need to dress appropriately. It would be great if they could be wearing a Horizon shirt, yes, at the very least, a Horizon top, right? So because
Help our children adjust better.
right, exactly. If I'm getting ready for school, at least I need to wear a Horizon shirt, you know, kind of get used to it, right?
All right. We have some more questions coming in. My child will start pre-K. How will this platform work for them since this stage is socializing, etc.? Also, both parents work and babysitters not computer literate. How would this work?
Well, these are the challenges that we're going to have to look at, right? Right now, unfortunately, the only socializing that is safe is for us to do this socializing in a virtual format because we have to keep the safety of our babies, like, you know, like the pre-kinders. It's really hardest right now, I think, for the lower division parents and children because you don't want to let go. You're worried so much about the safety of your child, but at the same time, you know that the online concept is harder, right? So we're, I mean, these kids at home, they watch videos. These children at 2 years old, at 3 years old, they know how to work their devices to turn on, turn off, put on things. And really, there's not a great deal of computer literacy that will be needed. What they'll need to know how to do is to sign in and to follow along. You know, it's not, it will get a little bit more technical as the years, as the levels get higher, right? The older students will need to do more. But at the pre-K level, honestly, um, don't worry so much about level of computer literacy. As long as you can open it up, and I'm willing to bet that given a few weeks and your pre-K child will know how to open up and sign in. Once you save that login and that password, they will know how to go and get in there. Because that's what we see.
Your kinder and your infant one teacher is going to have to get very creative and be very energetic to compete against, you know, Paw Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a question.
Yeah.
The lessons will be recorded so you can go back and view and help the child, right?
Yes. Yes.
So they are recorded.
Right. And that's true. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, because it's true. So if the parent is working and then comes in later and says, okay, let's see what you did today. And they won't be I'll be honest, even though classroom sessions are 45 minutes, these teachers won't be droning on for 45 minutes, because we know that that's not practical, right?
Okay. It's great that you're able to expand class size since you are not limited to a physical space. When is the deadline for enrollment for 2020? Good question.
That is a great question, yes. Right now, I'd want to say the end of August, because that allows a window of time in case there's anyone who is, like not sure and looking at signing on. We do have a concern that if you wait too long to start, you're going to be too far behind, right? So yes, we're allowing time for orientation, for the
Adjustment of the whole,
the diagnostic,
learning the platform.
all of that. But if we wait too long to have people signing in, then those students will be behind. And if already there is one of the challenges of online learning, and any adult who has been involved in any form of online learning knows that the onus is on you, right? There's a certain amount of responsibility that you have to learn when you're doing this. Really, you can't start late and expect that you're going to be able to catch up and keep up, and it's not going to be an easy thing. So it's definitely something. I would say August 31st would be the absolute last date.
Even not needed. I'm not sure where that one's coming from. Okay. Will they need to print on a regular basis?
No.
The work will be submitted online as well.
That is our goal. Yes.
Hashtag Horizon cares a lot. We care about the environment too.
Exactly. We're trying to avoid having to, do a lot of printing, right? Save the trees.
All right. Will there be any adjustment to school fees since it's homeschooling?
It's not homeschooling, it's online schooling. Just to clarify, there is a bit of a difference there. And no, because
just to break it down, homeschooling is you are doing the teaching, you have to register with the Ministry of Education, get approved, you need to have at least an associate's degree, come up with your own curriculum, either
Your own resources.
to do it. At Horizon Online, the teacher will be on day, putting on videos, doing live classes, correcting work, issuing work, following a Horizon curriculum, and doing all of that. So the only difference is it's not physical, but the teachers are teaching. Yes?
Yes. And the teachers still need to be paid, right? That's what the school fees here at Horizon, we don't get help from anywhere else. So parents' fees go directly more than anything else to paying the teachers. And
I just want to point out too, you guys have done Plan A. So if tomorrow Ministry of Ed says, oh, everything is safe, you can go back to school. School is ready.
Yes, school is ready.
So we're doing our 3 R's. We have our wash basins for washing the hands. We will be watching distances. You have new desks and things to make sure it's spaced out. And we're going to be wearing masks. We have the Horizon mask created. So you all are prepared for in school, should that time come, as well as online. The teachers have been working to be prepared for any eventuality. We are ready to go. Just to point that out. So another one, how did it affect the fees? The fees are what the fees are.
The fees are standard. That's right. Just to add also that we also are set up so that there will still be PE classes. The videos will be shared. We have a Horizon YouTube channel, and so that's going to be utilized so that parents can, go, or the children can go and watch the videos there. We will have music classes. We will have art classes. Our student services department, which is led by our counselor, will still be active. Our counselor is there. She is. Hi,
Gonna
Miss Esther.
wait for my here. Ah, a surprise guest.
Wow.
Hi
I was
guys.
Talk about
with
student
you.
services and what's gonna be happening when Horizon goes online.
Sorry?
Can you tell us a little bit about your student services when Horizon goes online?
Okay, so well, like Miss Dad was mentioning, a lot. We're trying to move school online, right? So as much as possible, all that we do, and even more maybe, virtually. That's what we plan to do. So like Miss Dad mentioned, in my field or the student service department, we have our music class, our art class, which will very much still be active. We have our teachers. They're also a part of learning the platform so that they can able to engage with students. Um, for counseling, full force, still very on. I had a series of projects that I would do throughout the year. And now it's trying to turn it virtually as far as we can, as much as we can, it's we have to continue life. I keep saying that, it's everything. It's just a new method, right? But it's everything that we've been doing, but we're just going about it you
Different.
virtually.
We
Virtually.
now
I'm
have our
gonna put
parent
a
referral
couple questions
forms.
because this one pertains to Miss Esther. So I'll put that on the screen and we'll go back to the questions before. So Miss Esther will be available for the children if there's a different need for her services outside of what is normally done with the class.
Oh, of course. Miss Di was mentioning just now that we have our referral forms. Initially, well, before we used to have it at school, or the parent can come to me or the teacher, but now it will be on the platform, as well we know we have a special ed corner on the platform, but there will also be a counselor's corner, and in that corner you'll be able to find the referral forms. So if they need to get to me with the forms, a student can refer themselves, or a teacher can, or a parent can. So it's the same process. Everything that we used to do, but we're trying to go virtually with it. So yes, I'm very much available. You guys, they would still be able to email me. They'll be able to message me using the platform. So yeah.
And you're gonna be pushing all your regular themes and everything else to do that.
Also, one of the things that we want to do this year, we have our HFLE curriculum, which is normal, but I will be doing some
Let's
adjustments.
tell me what HFLE is for any of the new coming into Horizon
Health
parents.
and family life education, right? So it's something that it's embedded already in the curriculum, in the school curriculum, but we want to do some adjustment to add what is current, with the whole COVID-19, just everything that will help our children. Hello, Horizon cares a lot. We really do, and we wanna reach the kids emotionally, however we can, virtually. It's still very much there.
I think the thing is, obviously, you guys want to keep them engaged,
Yes.
keep them making sure they're getting their creativity and everything, and we're
Yes.
of course
We
going to be
want
monitoring.
one of our vision, our school vision is a holistic child, and not because we have to do things this way. No, we don't want to lose that vision. We're still very much holding on to it, and in every aspect we want to bring that forth. So
We're going to try to keep things as normal as we can in a very chaotic world.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah. You know,
All right,
if
we're going to go back to some of the questions here. Special needs students has to pay 120 on top of school fees. Will that be deducted since it was for an aid at school? I
any
think
any extraordinary fees or any support fees will be determined only based on the needs of the child, right? So one of the unfortunate things is that not being face to face like this means that we actually had to cut the special ed department significantly. So we have fewer support teachers than we did last year. Those are the teachers who were paid by those fees that this parent has referred to here, right? So because there are fewer teachers, because there are fewer, and in some cases there are fewer special ed students because some parents have chosen to withdraw them for this year, right? If your child needs to pay a special fee, that is determined only based on his need. Right now, the support teachers that we have that are full-time on staff, who are Miss Elia and Miss Tanya, have taken on everyone, right? I think with the exception of one or two students who need completely different or full support, and we have a few students who need physical caregiving services, who need bathrooming help or whatever. But if they're not here, then they won't need that service, right? So
So
parents
for this, I would say contact Miss Elia, and
chances are, depending on what the service is, chances are you won't be paying it because your child won't be here, right? The services are a little different, and so those fees have changed.
how about working parents? They will now need to get a babysitter, right?
Well, um, if schools cannot happen face to face, parents would have had to find childcare anyway. You know, really, that's not our call. We did not choose this. You know, schools do serve the purpose of being babysitting services for parents in some cases. We would like to think that we do a lot more than that. But in this case, unfortunately, if we can't have face-to-face school, then the parents do need to determine how they will care for them. We really, that's not on us. We can't do anything else.
And just to be clear, Horizon goes online and parents can choose to be online for the entire year, no matter what.
Or they can choose that when it's safe, when it's deemed safe and we can return to school face to face, they can come back, right?
Okay, so I'm going to say when Ministry of Health and Ministry of Education say it's safe, schools can open back physically, you will go back to your plan B with your shift system and how it was going to work so the
That's
kids can. Right. Okay, so that is still going to be an option depending on if people remember their 3W. They wear their mask, wash their hands, watch
and watch their distance.
Belize can go back to that and we can go back to school.
That's right.
Okay.
And that is what we want.
It's evident that schools are banking on stay-at-home parents. While you may say it's not homeschooling, kids need to be directed and assisted during this transition.
They will need support. Absolutely, they will. Any child in any school needs support, right? So unfortunately, it's a reality that we have to face now. You know, these children will be at home. They'll be at home, if not with a stay-at-home parent, then with a babysitter or some sort of caregiver, right? Depending on the child's age and level, the child will be able to, at some point, manage on his or her own to log in, to do his work that the parent can later on come home and check.
Be able to do the classes, and just like with regular school parents,
Just like with regular school, right?
make sure they're doing your stuff, whatever. Some of the young kids, at least initially, will have to learn how to sign up and everything, but our kids are really technically smart and they'll probably be getting it very good.
Probably faster than the parents. I mean, as a mom, there's so many things like I need to ask my kids. Like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to work a
My son takes control. I have on the news, and my son takes control, and all of a sudden it's YouTube, and I don't know how to switch a TV back. I just turn it off because it's YouTube. I'm like, 1 minute I'm watching Channel 5 or Channel 7, and next minute Barney's on the screen, and I don't know how he did it. So yes, they pick up things.
It really, I mean, to be fair, this is not the school's choice. This is the state of the world right now, and we are doing the best that we can to meet the needs of our students. This is what we are. Hashtag Horizon Cares a lot, right? This is not just a job for us. We honestly, we miss your kids. We're happy to have them with us. It matters to us that they're safe. it matters to us that our teachers are safe. Our community is really small and really close knit, and we want everybody to be okay, right? So we're not trying to make anyone's life difficult here. We're actually trying to help you out by trying to offer as
Yes.
many of the services as we can in as efficient and as effective a way as we can.
And as a parent, I am grateful that there is an option, because I don't want my son just staying at home and regressing even further. At least this way, I know there's some form of curriculum and setting that's happening. Than just waiting and waiting and waiting and praying to see if people will remember their three W's, and we can
Yeah,
get back to
we're working on a really different expressive arts program. We're working on ways to count bees for them so that we can still engage positive discipline in what we're doing here.
the expressive arts again. So I'm going to bring that question up. In regards to fees, will expressive arts still be charged, although these activities will not be done?
Okay, our expressive arts fee was actually cut in half or more because the program has been cut. Obviously, we cannot continue. We can't. It's not because we don't want to. We can't have swimming. We can't have, football. We can't do the regular sporting activities anymore because we're not allowed
It
to.
was cut in half or
We
more.
can't. The expressive arts fee has been cut, yes, because the program has had to change. A part of the expressive arts program involved mixing students at different levels. We can't do that. Even when school resumes as face to face, we can't have those kinds of blended groups anymore. So what we're working on, and we usually roll this out like 2 weeks after school opens, we're working on a different program that will be an online program again, because that's what we have. So we're changing the way that we're doing things. We're looking at different options to offer to the children and to the parents.
So there will be an art, a music. There will be some form of an expressive
So
art.
that's not the art, the
was
music,
cut.
the PE. No, the art, the music, the PE are part of your regular activities already. Okay,
Okay.
that's part of your regular course.
So they'll have art class, they'll have PE, and they'll have what else?
Music.
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 Uh-huh.
So they'll still have those three, but the expressive arts, and so that
The
was cut.
expressive arts is for additional activities.
Yeah.
And
And
that was cut.
And that fee was cut because that program has to change. And so that the details of that program, they will get just the way we usually do. We usually send it out like 2 weeks into the school year after we allow the settling in period. And then we send out the expressive arts letter with the options detailed. The parents fill out the form, send it in, Ms. Esther sorts them out, and we get that program going.
So yes, you won't be charged for those activities, those extra activities, to answer that question. Again, when will login information be given for new students? We're hoping that by Friday.
Yes.
Yes, so everybody will get their email with the information by Friday, because school starts Monday. All right. I want to say that while in truth students are technologically inclined, please consider that taking an online class versus watching videos and playing online games are on a completely different page. It doesn't work the same.
That is true. Yes.
It's true. So, but you said too, the teacher won't be teaching for 2-3 hours straight. That's not going to happen. You've modified taking that into consideration, yes?
Yes.
So the
Okay.
classes have been modified and the curriculum, and that's why there will be some videos, there'll be some live things, so it'll be blended so that the children can adapt.
Exactly.
And they won't get bored and fall asleep.
I hope not. Well,
Okay.
they can fall asleep sometimes in face-to-face classes too, right?
If they were like me in school, yep. Okay. Keeping in mind students' attention span, what is the scheduled duration for each online lesson?
The scheduled time for regular lessons is 45 minutes. What we have asked teachers to do is to keep every lesson between 30 to 35 minutes to allow for just not just the different kinds of activities, but also you're going to need to wrap up, sign off, sign in again in some cases, right? So there'll be intervals. So they'll get a revised schedule.
You froze there.
Sorry?
So 20 to 30 minutes you froze, so I didn't hear you.
Sorry,
About 30 minutes.
30 to 35 minutes.
And is it going to be like an all day thing or what? They sign in the morning? How does that work?
The lower division, so the lower division, for example, their revised schedule would have had them coming to school from 8 till 11:30, 11:45. So the first class for the lower division, let's say, would be 8:15 to 8:45. Then you would have a 15-minute break, water, snack, bathroom, run around for a little bit, come back, then you go 9 to 9:30. Take a little break again, then you go 10 to 10:30. So it would be something like that. But so that they won't be, the goal is not for them to be overloaded or to sit in front of a computer all day long. Again, parents will get the revised schedule so they'll know what they're looking at.
But it's not going to be this full long day either.
No, there's no 8 to 3 sitting in front of a computer. Not for anyone, not even for standard 6 students.
Okay. And because of that, you've had to modify the curriculum then?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. There have been national amendments, right, Vicky?
Yeah, what we're doing is what they're calling an adapted curriculum this year. We've tried to maintain for math and our language components so that we can stay on task for those. But for for example, your social studies, your science, they're still going to be getting all the same topics, but they may be getting maybe 3 targeted outcomes this time around, where if they were last year, they would have been getting 6. So we're just kind of honing in and targeting specific outcomes this year, adapting the curriculum so that they're still getting all the topics, just a more specified form of it, right?
We have, I think we were starting to address it, but I'll go through because it's more specific. So with a week away, do you have a timeline to meet start date, in particular completion of website, issuance of family login, we said by Friday, book pickup for those books that the school is securing, class schedule. So when, for all the other ones?
Yes. We have, yeah.
No, they're asking when. When do we get the book pickup or when can we expect the class schedule?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't read it like that. I thought, are we going to be able to meet this?
Yeah. We just want to know when we as parents are going to be getting the schedule.
Okay. The schedule and the logins will go together. Okay, those will go out together. The website, well, we're working on that every day right now. The book pickup, I know some came in already, and I believe that some uniforms, some PE uniforms came in already. The masks, I got an email today, the masks should be in within the next couple of days, right? So I think some people have come in already. What we'll do is we can send a mass email to everyone so you could know, like, you can come in. Probably it would be Thursday and Friday. We have had a few people coming in, but not very many yet. So we'll let you know.
So we'll be hearing this week for pickup. So we're trying to be on schedule for.
We're working hard to be on schedule.
How will it work if you have one babysitter and 3 kids in the lower division?
May I suggest prayer? Sorry.
I think that would just having 3 kids, period. But that's me.
Yeah.
The tail 50 million. So
I think one of the things that will be really helpful for the lower division is that we're factoring into the lower division small group sessions so that the teachers will be able to do some targeted time with the students. And I think that really, if there is any family who is particularly challenged in any way. To say, okay, look, I made it for this one, but I couldn't do it for this one. I know that our teachers are flexible and the interest of their children is always first. So if, for example, today you were able to get lessons with this one, but you couldn't do it with this one, work with your teacher, and I know that your teacher will work with you. There is a certain amount of flexibility that will go with the online. So even though there are certain targets we want to meet, there's certain ways that we can work to help parents also. We know that this is not like regular school. We know that as parents, I know that there is a certain joy in dropping them off and knowing you don't have to see them again until the end of the day, because they'll be safe and they'll be learning and they'll be taken care of. Guys, it's not our fault, and we're trying our best here to.
So if there are specific concerns, you can reach out. And I'll just say we're gonna be keeping in contact through this forum, through email. So this is the first introduction to Horizon Goes Online. We will probably be live again by Friday to address, making sure you guys have the logins, any questions,
Right.
before Monday. We will be doing another live session before Monday to answer any additional questions that you might think about, concerns. In the meantime, if it's specific to your child because of your family's specific needs, it's probably best to reach out one-on-one
Yes.
so we can try and work with them. Okay, we have some more questions. Will the school be administering end of term exams? How will this be administered, or what strategies are in place for that?
Okay. Before we even recognized or we realized that we would have to move to this plan, we had already determined that we would not be doing first trimester exams. We just figured that it would have been too difficult having to deal with the learning recovery, trying to figure out where everybody was getting started. So we will not be doing exams at the end of the first trimester. The school calendar at this point has exams for the end of the second and the end of the third trimesters. I will tell you though that those are things that at this point we work towards them, but if we need to make adjustments, we will have to, right? The important thing is not just saying, I'm going to give an exam for the sake of giving an exam. The important thing is for us to try to make sure that we have a working learning environment for the children.
Okay. We have just more questions. And guys, we've been on for over an hour now. So if any last questions, we'll take a couple more. But then we've got to let these teachers go because some of them have been at school from 8 o'clock this morning. So if you have any last minute questions, pop them in now because we're going to start wrapping up. Here we go. Does special needs kids have the option to wait until January or for the face-to-face schooling if the online doesn't work out for them?
This is a challenging one to answer because we really have to take in mind, and I think we have to look at the needs of the child almost on a case-by-case basis, because once we begin school, we will begin school. So if you're going to keep your child out for homeschooling, then when you're ready, if you decide when you're ready that you want to bring your child back home, your child may be then at a disadvantage academically because of the work that has been ongoing. You see, so it is that right there is a very difficult predicament right now. Because
also, we're gonna have to wonder about spacing.
Physical spacing is the
when you come back face to face, it will be back on a shift schedule because we're not expecting a vaccine for COVID, so we will have to be watching our distance and everything. And those children are registered first and want to come back and get the first come first serve.
Yeah.
So there wouldn't be a guaranteed speed. Should you want to
Unfortunately,
face
that's
online, but
yeah,
face to face would be an issue.
with the face-to-face. Spaces are premium, right?
Because some parents might choose to keep the online going, but those parents who have been in from the start have the first opportunity to see whether they want face to face or not.
That's right.
Okay. I
And
just
you're not guaranteed. Sorry, I'm sorry. And you're not guaranteed that January everything will be fine.
Yeah.
You see, that's the thing. We're in uncertain times, so this could prolong. You just don't know. And at that point, your child would have had the bitter end of the stick. So,
right now nobody knows.
Mhm.
We're all living in a state of what's going to happen tomorrow because we don't.
and that's why I personally keep pushing, to try to get things as normalized as possible. Sorry with the tongue.
I think that's why I like the idea of wearing the uniform for online schooling because I think that will help the kids
Yeah,
understand that
It's still school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a new normal.
yeah.
crazy normal, but we're gonna try. Okay, we have another comment here. Well, I love it. Was just hoping for some sort of discount, but I still love it. Okay, thank you.
Thank
Um,
you.
I think everybody, we've answered most of the questions. We all have concerns. We recognize no one, we don't know what the perfect fix is. We work with what we have. And I commend you ladies for what you've done because a lot of other places, the option is just to wait. And you guys have your backups for your backups. And I respect that. Oh, we got a suggestion here from perhaps a PE uniform.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's fine.
Right? That's a little bit more comfortable and it doesn't take parents.
Yeah.
So some parents have PE uniform.
No problem with that.
As
Okay.
long as they're not shirtless.
Yes, exactly.
You keep bursting Mateo's bubble there.
Yeah.
Does that mean that a child might fall behind half a year if he or she waits until January or might have to repeat? That's a possibility. I mean, I'm not a teacher, but I think so. Yes?
It is. It is. It really is.
Remember,
Unfortunately,
the requirements of the Ministry of Ed is you come up with your own curriculum, you submit it for approval. But your curriculum might not be the exact curriculum of Horizon.
that's
How those work and what the books you might be using might not be the same. So it might be a hard catch up for any child.
For the growth of your child, learning needs to continue. Whether it means having the covering of a school, Horizon Academy in this case, or you administrating that learning, and either way, the child needs to learn. Learning needs to continue, and if you don't want the child to fall back, basically, right? That should be like one of the biggest concern, that you want your child to continue in this time. Like we say, nothing is certain. You don't have a oh, COVID is going next month. We don't know
there's
what
no
next
end
month
date
will
in
bring
sight.
for us.
There's
And
no end date.
no people, 3 W's. What are they? Die. Give me 1 W.
Wear your mask and wear it over your nose and your mouth,
Doesn't
not
matter
under
if
your
it's W.
nose.
Yes, it has to cover your nose, guys.
Wash your hands.
I was a teacher, Vicky, again. I'm so sorry. Miss Vicky, Vice Principal, give me a
I am still teacher Vicky. What's your distance?
Watch your distance. 6 feet apart, guys. Watch your distance. And Miss Esther, please wrap it up for me.
Wash your hands.
How long? How long should I be washing my hands?
3 seconds and more.
Seconds.
I mean, sorry. Wait, what?
See, this is the problem. Wash your hands for sing happy birthday 3 times. Guys.
Yeah.
Wash your hands, wear your mask, watch your distance. Remember your 3 W's. Okay?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, guys. That's what we need. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap up with one final question. Will be our last one. If we decide to wait and do as much homeschooling, will there be an assessment test for our child to enter the school when things get better? He's scheduled to start kinder. You have a wait list for kinder.
Yeah, we do. The thing is that, well, with as we said earlier, while with the online, the space is not an issue. The issue is for everybody who is saying, "I'll bring him when it's time, when it's safe for face to face." If somebody registers for online and takes that space and then decides, "I want to start," then the space may not be there. So that's the thing that's really difficult right now for us to answer.
For these parents, if you were accepted into Horizon and choose not to bring your child this semester, the space is not guaranteed should you want to come back. It would be on a space-by-space basis. Okay.
Unfortunately.
And finally, last thing, please let us know who will be the homeroom teacher for each class when
I
you
can
see me.
tell you that right now. I can tell you right now. The pre-kinder homeroom is Miss Humes. The kinder homeroom is Teacher Eva. We have 2 infant ones this year because the enrollment is really big. So even without all of this, we would have had 2 infant ones. And those teachers are Teacher Sophie and Teacher Melka. Infant 2 homeroom is Mr. Gill. Standard 1 homeroom is a new teacher. Her name is Teacher Simone. Our Standard 2 homeroom is Teacher Stephanie. And Teacher Stephanie has an intern who will be helping her for a period of the first term. Her name is Teacher Kershaw. Standard 3 homeroom is Mr. Gongara. Standard 4 homeroom is Teacher Clarissa. Standard 5 homeroom is Miss Garcia. And Standard 6 homeroom is Miss Vicky. There you go. That's everybody. Yeah, we'll send you'll get that.
For last question, I'm going to let you guys go home and relax. We will be back here. We'll announce it beforehand, but we'll probably be back here by Friday to answer any other questions. This video will remain on Facebook, and by tomorrow will be uploaded on our Horizon YouTube page. So if you know parents or people who are interested or might have missed it, you can share it from Facebook or from YouTube. It will be shareable. It will be watchable. So anybody who missed, they can go back and watch the whole recording. We'll be back again. If you have any questions or anything, we'll be there for you. In the meantime, go follow us on YouTube. We now have an Instagram page, so you can go follow us on Instagram. Stay tuned. We will be giving updates and keeping you all as posted as we can as the times change as we can.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
Watch your distance.
Watch your distance.
You're up, Miss Esther.
Wash your hands for 40 seconds.
There you go. She picked up fire there. There you go. Thanks so much. Looking forward to accessing the online program. Sounds like you all have thought deeply about this. We're really trying.
We're trying.
Another thank you. Another thank you. We will
you.
be back again. Follow us on social media so you don't miss out, because every day there's something new, and every day we're going to adjust to make sure we're there for you. Because
Thank
Horizon.
you, guys. Thank
Have
you
a
very
good night, everybody. See you all online soon.
Have a good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.